the Joe Blaine School, which is grades 3 to 5. We have with us Noelle, Elien, fourth grade classroom teacher, Martha Lang, who is our music specialist, and Linda Coviello, who's our librarian. We were all involved in this project. We're giving you the introduction right now.
This year, in honor of Black History Month. Jazz musicians were the focus this year, in honor of Black History Month. We came up with a list and a playlist too, but it almost had us stumped. Research-based writing using Brushster too were what the kids had to do. Research-based writing using Brushster too were what the kids had to do. They created a vocee and a visual too, and even wrote their own blues. Kids wrote their lyrics in the style of blues, and Garage Band backed them up. The kids wrote their lyrics in the style of blues, and Garage Band backed them up. Vokeys, Brushster, blogs, research, Garage Band too. The learning will never stop. The learning will never stop. The learning will never stop.
I work with the best people. Anyway, so this is what the kids use kid blogs to do this, and I was trying to kind of show you what it looked like. So they made the vokeys that we had pictures of the artist, and they had the artist and the vokey. And if you've ever used vokey, when you look at it, it's amazing that they got as close to the artist as they did. It's not that simple. And then they had to take a piece of the music that the artist belonged to that artist, and they had to fit it within the confines of a minute and a half, because that's all the vokey will take. So here's one example.
Gray skies are going to clear. Pull on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up. Pull on a happy face. Wipe off that gloomy mask of tragedy. It's not your style. You look so good that you will be glad you decided to smile. Pick out a pleasant outlook. Stick out that noble chin. Wipe off that full of doubt look. Slap on a happy grin. And spread sunshine all over the place. And put on a happy face. Just spread some.
So that's how the vokey worked. While they were listening to the music, they used a web-based program called Brushster, and they were supposed to make an abstract art that went along with the music. And
what was that? Brushster?
brushed her. I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. And this all started off with research with Linda in the library using the Big Six, and they had to do the research first. So they started this whole process with the research. And then the best part to me was the using GarageBand, and we don't have laptops, so they did it all on an iTouch. We don't have iPads either, so we have a few, but so they did it all on iTouches, which is pretty amazing.
They're playing a recorder.
They were given a choice on them. You want to explain what?
Yeah, so we laid in the tracks. I used the smart drums and the smart keyboard for them to lay in their drum track and their chords, 12-bar blues. We had a couple of lessons on 12-bar blues. And they were able to use two sample blues tunes to work with. And then they created their blues lyrics using those tunes. Now, one of the tunes that was accessible because in 4th grade they learned the recorder, and they were able to use those notes in providing their tune for those kids who didn't want to sing their blues. They all had to post them on their blog, but some of them chose, like you saw, not to sing them. So they were able to use recorders. Some kids used violas and cellos and my mallet instruments, but a lot of them went off and learned the song on the recorder. So that's how that worked.
And because it's blues, it's supposed to be something in their life that gives them the blues. So this one goes.
Looking at my shiny white paper right now, I'm gonna fill it up with words somehow. I'm looking at my shiny white paper right now. I really don't look like homework right now. I'm looking at my shiny white paper right now. I feel so alone with my blank white paper right now.
And then you'll see his artwork, and this is his Voki. They all look very different, and some of them just put music in, and a lot of them that didn't have music.
I went down to the bus station, looking on the wall. My money was too light, people. Couldn't go nowhere at all. I'm a blues man, but a good man. Understand?
So that's the. When they got done, all these pieces, they had a checklist of what they had to do. They wrote comments on each other's work. And that was a whole lesson in itself, how to write an appropriate comment. I mentioned Brusher. Somebody was asking where that came from. It's actually the national, it's just an online web thing. I have all these things posted in my Google Apps. It's an online thing done by the National Gallery of Arts. Which showed a minute ago, but now it's not showing. But it is. The link is there. This is what is on. There it is. Back. Okay, there it is. It's just an online program, and it's very easy to use. And the kids can sit here, and they can save them to the side, and then they can save something in their folder, which is the way we had to do it. So they could try different ones. And then whatever they liked, they saved to put onto their blog. Online, I have all the materials. Those are the people involved. Those are the people that were researched. How we did it. Linda Coviello did this. She kind of looked at all the areas this pulled in, because some people might say, well, where is this in the curriculum? What does it have to do? And it pulled in so many